The sun is already setting by the time we get out of Milk Hall. Gray snow flutters down from the gloomy clouds above.
By the way, Shugo.
Arishima-san indicates the Senri member list he's holding.
You don't mind letting me have this as evidence, do you?
Not at all. Thanks for taking care of it.
And also, I'll have investigators head over to your place immediately after I get back to the station. Go ahead and tell Shigusa Tokiko for me.
Sure, that sounds good. You should get her under police protection as quickly as possible. Arishima-san nods, then disappears into the evening crowd. Well then, that ate up a lot more time than I expected. I guess I should head home. I set off at a brisk pace along the slush-filled roads. I pass by several people who appear to be Senri cultists on my way back. They have sunken cheeks and pallid lips. Their dead eyes are like soulless black pits. As they wander the roads, they scrutinize at every person they pass. Looks like they're still searching for Tokiko. My pace quickens. No need to worry, she's safe, I said to Arishima-san. But is that really the case? I'm practically overflowing with doubts now. I probably haven't evaded the tenacious gazes of those cultists. Kazuna. An image of Kazuna materializes inside my head. Her voice was heavy with sorrow after we had heard Tokiko's confession.
My sister was murdered?
As the story wore on, Kazuna's expression grew more taut and glum. No matter what we said to her, she remained stone-faced and unresponsive. After a short while,
I'd like to be alone for a while,
she said, leaving the room. Toji had requested to go along since the area was dangerous, but Kazuna shook her off.
No, don't follow me! I'm just going to cool my head for a bit.
But...
You two stay here and help Tokiko-san, please. I'll be fine on my own.
I wonder if she's returned to the room by now. Toji's subordinate is sitting in the entryway with a bored look on his face. He's a tough-looking young street punk.
Hey there! Welcome home, Shugo-san! You didn't happen to bring any snacks for me, did ya? I'm starving to death after being stuck here all day long.
I'm not exactly well off enough to buy stuff like that.
Oh well, too bad.
He may look mean on the outside, but the truth is, he's pretty amiable. He's here as a temporary guard. I'd prefer if he were a little more uptight, but... Anything happen while I was out and about?
It's been peace and quiet the entire day. No suspicious-looking fellas came and snooped around or anything.
I see. Well, that's a relief. It looks like the Senri cultists haven't located this apartment yet. And what about... There's something else on my mind. What about Kazuna? Is she back?
Yeah, she came back a little while earlier. Is she your lady friend, Shugo-san? Man, I'm jealous! She's quite a stunner. But, she seemed a bit depressed.
Come on, what are you talking about? It's not like I'm...
There's nothing between you guys?
I wouldn't go that far, but... As I mumble out an unintelligible answer, the man continues.
But... she left again shortly after. Hasn't come back yet.
What?
She said she was gonna do some shopping. I asked her to get me a little something for dinner, too. But she hasn't come back at all.
He tilts his head casually, somewhat puzzled. Damn it, Kazuna. What's she trying to pull?
Shugo-san.
You don't have to hang around here anymore. Go and look for Kazuna. If she's shopping, then she should be close by. I sprint up the stairs after yelling an order to him. The lamps in the hallway aren't lit, probably because the sun just went down. I feel my way along in the dark. An indescribable feeling of anxiety starts to well up within my chest. Kazuna is so good-natured, but she left an injured Tokiko here all by herself and hasn't come back? Something just feels out of place. Normally, I just laugh it off, but it steadily blossoms into a quiet feeling of panic. And at the end of the second-floor hallway, I'm enveloped in complete darkness. The silence itself is deafening. I can't sense anybody inside my room. Wait, what was that? A soft noise. I can't tell what it is. However, that strange feeling of unease inside me begins to solidify. I steel myself and place my hand on the doorknob. It's unlocked. She's swinging from the ceiling in the center of the room. What the? My mind goes blank. Why the hell did she do this? What happened? What the fuck is this thing dangling in front of my eyes? The body hanging from the ceiling beam sways slightly, making a soft creaking noise. Her eyes are bulging, her tongue's unfurled over her chin, and the rope's eating into her neck. I'm getting dizzy. My pulse races. I slump down to my knees, finding it hard to breathe. I try gulping in a large breath of air. The place reeks of shit. The tatami underneath her is stained black. It's been a while since she's died, I think to myself, half-dazed. My vision's fading. Flashes of light go off behind my eyelids. Every time I draw a breath, the rank odor of human excrement makes me. Where the hell did Kazuna go? Why was she not waiting here? My mind races. I look up. Shigasa Tokiko, hanged. A large number of people add their voices to the hubbub inside my room. These men are investigators from the Ueno police station. They came over here after Toji's subordinate tipped them off. What happened after that is fuzzy. My memory is full of holes. Tokiko's corpse is no longer suspended in the center of my room. Ruled an unnatural death, she was sent to forensics. She should be arriving at the station about now. I don't know any of the finer details at this point. Everything's happening so fast, I can hardly even keep up. Shigasa Tokiko took her own life. Kohzuki Kazuna disappeared. I just don't understand what the hell's going on. Why did Tokiko commit suicide? Why did Kazuna suddenly vanish? What happened to both of them during the few hours I was with Arishima-san? At that moment, as I stand there stupefied, snippets of a nearby conversation happen to reach my ears.
She's all beat up from doing too many drugs. Her hallucinations wouldn't stop, and evidently she couldn't take it anymore. It's just a bunch of scribbling, but it looks like she left us a suicide note. We found her drugs, and nobody's been in or out of this room. We can pretty much conclude it's a suicide.
I see. Nicely done.
Huh, let's see. If it's not a murder, then it's out of our jurisdiction. But it's pretty selfish of her to kill herself right when we were on our way to take her into protective custody, eh?
Yaginuma, that's going a bit too far.
Suicide note? I butt into their conversation before my brain can even register what I'm doing. Did she really write that down as the reason why? However,
You're still here?
Yaginuma cuts me off, his scorn painfully obvious.
A civilian like yourself will only get in the way of our investigation. Why don't you show yourself outside, huh? Right, Inspector Arishima? Am I right?
Yeah, that's right.
Huh? To my utter amazement, Arishima-san nods in agreement.
Shugo, why don't you go take a break outside? You're a bit confused at the moment.
I'm not... Arishima-san fixes me with a cold stare. I wonder how long I've been standing here in the falling snow. After an analysis of the crime scene was finished, the detectives quickly vacated the premises, concluding that it was not a murder. Arishima-san, what's going on with Senri? I quickly ask after catching Arishima-san as he's about to return to Ueno Station.
Let's see.
Arishima-san? He averts his eyes from me and says,
Our witness has expired. We'll have to revise our plan of attack.
What did you just say?
Talk to me again in a few days, after you've calmed down a bit. Shugo, make sure you get a good night's rest tonight.
After thanking me in a way that sounds like he's criticizing me at the same time, Arishima-san leaves. The snow continues to fall. I don't feel like going back into the room where Tokiko died, so I just stand outside the front of the apartment, staring into nothingness when...
Shugo?
I hear Toji's voice calling out to me. Hey. I'd asked Toji to do something for me, search for Kazuna. How'd it go? Did you find Kazuna? I can't stop the enthusiasm from creeping into my voice, but all Toji does is shake her head mournfully.
Nope, I couldn't. I asked everybody I knew to help out. But where on earth did she disappear to?
Kazuna vanished right in front of our very eyes. Was it shock from having seen Tokiko's corpse? Or did Tokiko die after Kazuna had left the room? Damn it! I just don't know. The confusion renders me unable to put my thoughts in order. Maybe Arishima-san was right after all. But if there's one ray of light in the darkness, it would be that Kazuna left on her own accord and didn't fall into the hands of the Senri cultist. Kazuna. I wonder how long I've been standing out here in the snow.
Shigusa Tokiko committed suicide. Huh.
Toji suddenly speaks up.
Something just doesn't feel right about this. The last time I saw her, she didn't look like she was going to kill herself.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Toji silently stares me down, and...
Did you ever consider the possibility that she was murdered?
My thought process freezes for a split second.
Shigusa Tokiko was a sole witness to Akao Ikuma's crimes. It wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for them to kill her and make it look like a suicide.
To be perfectly honest, I hadn't even entertained that possibility. However, no, that's impossible.
Why? Don't tell me you actually believe that ridiculous suicide note. Something like that can be easily faked. You of all people should understand that, right?
No, that's not it. I reluctantly address Toji, who's worked herself into a rage. Your subordinate was posted at the door. He was perfectly clear about the fact that nobody entered the room.
But...
At a loss for words, Toji bites her lip. That's right. The words slowly spill out of my mouth. If Tokiko were murdered, it would mean that the culprit is Kazuna.
That's ridiculous.
Toji screams at me, irritated.
There's no way she would ever murder somebody.
I know. I feel the same way. That's why, as I'm about to finish my sentence by saying it can only be a suicide, right at that moment, a light bulb goes off deep within the recesses of my brain. Wait. Something's not right.
Yeah, she came back a little while earlier. Is she your lady friend, Shugo-san? Man, I'm jealous! She's quite a stunner. But, she seemed a bit depressed.
You know, what if...
Shugo?
Toji eyes me suspiciously. I don't respond, and instead let my thoughts ramble onward until they reach a conclusion. Damn, I can't believe it was so simple. That's right, and if that's the case...
Shugo, just spit it out. What the hell are you talking about?
Exasperated, Toji waves her hand around, demanding an explanation. Toji, I have a favor to ask of you. The Senri name list I got from you, could you show me one of the spare copies for a second?
Eh?
I gave my copy to Arishima-san as evidence.
Oh, alright.
An expression of confusion still on her face, Toji hands me a thick envelope. Thanks. I immediately grab it and start leafing through the papers inside. I find the name I'm looking for far more easily than I had anticipated. What in blazes? I groan. It's no less shocking, even though I found exactly what I expected to find. Well, rather. I see. This is the final piece of the puzzle. I finally found it. We've got to get going ASAP. If my theory is correct, then Kazuna is in grave danger right now. But before that, there's a few things I've got to confirm first, though. Gotta make a few calls, too. Lend me a hand, Toji. I want to get this show on the road, and fast.
Sure, I don't mind.
Toji looks at me perplexed. Her eyes are practically begging me for an explanation. Right. You were absolutely correct. Shigusa Tokiko's death was not a suicide. She was murdered so she wouldn't squeal.
So it really was Akao Ikuma pulling the strings.
No, it's probably somebody else.
What?
I nod slowly and deliberately. No, there's someone else calling all the shots. One person lurking in the shadows. A heavy breeze whirls around the falling snow. The place is deserted, branches sway in the wind, creating a low groaning that resonates in my ears. Here we are, beneath the black gate of Senri.
Are we seriously going to march right in?
I offer a silent nod as a reply to Toji's question. This is a race against time. We've got no time to waste thinking things over. Thus, Toji and I set foot into the final scene of this bizarre play. As we ascend the long stone staircase, the main hall of worship appears in front of us, covered in snow. There's not a soul to be seen. The last time I visited the Senri compound, I was able to spot some cultists around here. But this time, things are different. The torches in the main shrine have been put out, and the interior is completely enveloped in darkness. What hasn't changed is that there are braziers burning brightly, lighting up all the areas of the compound.
Something's not right.
Toji quietly whispers to me.
Why isn't anybody here? Where have all the cultists gone?
All the better for us. We won't have to deal with them. We got this far without having to force our way in.
Ew.
Toji stares me down suspiciously.
Were you expecting this?
Nah, you give me too much credit. Let's just say that it was within the realm of possibility. On the contrary, the way the compound looks right now only lends credence to my suspicions.
Then that means...
Toji's red eyes shine grimly.
Kazuna's here, right?
A few hours ago, after making a bunch of calls and getting some new information, I confirmed that he had disappeared. And the place he was headed to was Senri headquarters. His goal was probably to erase all traces of himself from the church. At the same time, he would deal with Kazuna, who had become a witness to his crimes. The thing is, if he took her elsewhere, then there's nothing I can do at this point. All we can do is pray that she's here and that she's unharmed. That's right. She should have never gotten involved in this. Unlike me, she should have just moved on with her life. I don't want it to be the end for her, not in a place like this. There's only one thing I can do. I have to put an end to this and get her out of harm's way. That's right.
Shugo-sama.
Back on that day, I had sworn to myself
Shugo-sama.
that I'd never
Shu-san.
make the same mistake again. The inside is filled with the glowing smoke of incense. All is silent. The candles spaced at regular intervals flicker slightly as they are disturbed by the breeze. I feel my way through the gloom, trying to hide my presence, painfully aware of every step I take. This is the main worship hall for Senri. I've been in here a few times before, but it's the first time I've tried sneaking inside. I feel completely lost. It's so dark in here. I'm so nervous I can feel the beads of sweat slowly sliding their way down my back. Having no cultist around is convenient, but I can't be dallying around here forever. He's here somewhere, someplace, inside this compound. I've got to rescue Kazuna and get out of here as fast as possible.
Shugo, what do we do?
Let's see. I stopped to ponder things. This building is a lot bigger than it looks on the outside. We should split up and search. I'll go to where the Holy Prophet is, and you head to the training area over there.
Wait!
Toji barks abruptly, raising a hand to cut me off. I try to focus on the gloom inside the temple.
It looks like we've been spotted.
And? We hear the sound of footsteps on the wooden flooring. We don't even have time to look for a place to hide. A small light source heads straight for us. It's a man cloaked in cultist regalia, holding a candle.
Well, well, what have we here?
The orange glow from the candle illuminates his meek smile. That voice belongs to Akao Ikuma.
What unexpected visitors I have today. What business do you have in this place of worship, Takashiro-san? Sorry, but the followers are all out at the moment. I'm afraid I can't offer much in terms of hospitality.
He's still got that unassuming expression on his face. He doesn't even appear surprised in the slightest to find Toji and me here. I see how it is. You expected us to come here, right? Well done on your part.
Expected? Takashiro-san, what on earth are you talking about?
Akao cocks his head in confusion. Cut the crap, Akao Ikuma! You chased out all the rank and file followers because you were up to something shady here, right? Like, for instance, a purge of the higher-ranking cultist. Am I hitting close to home? His expression, however, does not change. In fact, it's downright creepy.
Takashiro-san, surely you're mistaken. Senri's members are out on a rite of purification. I suppose people outside of the faith might find it a bit strange.
I know everything. I heard it all from Shikasa Tokiko. I say, forcefully cutting Akao off mid-sentence.
Oh, so she...
Akao's face contorts itself into an expression of glee. I was hiding Shikasa Tokiko for a while. But you already knew that, didn't you?
Who knows?
His carefree expression shows no sign of changing. Well, there's good reason for that. The bastard already knew everything. She told us all she knew before you shut her up permanently. I know the truth behind the horrible atrocities you and the church have committed.
The truth, you say?
Akao puts on a mock display of surprise. Why the hell did you murder all those people in order to make the leader's prophecies come true? Why did you kill Rin and Takiko-chan? There was no reason for them to be murdered. However, Akao ignores my questions and says,
Well, Takashiro-san, I wonder what the truth really is,
A twisted smile contorts his formerly expressionless mask. What did you say?
Come on, isn't it often stated that the truth is nothing but things people fabricate inside their own heads? For example, one person might see a stain on a wall and think it resembles a human face, and another might mistake a weeping willow for a ghost. When you take that into consideration, there's nothing as unreliable as the powers of human cognition.
Are you trying to tell me that Shigasa Tokiko lied to us?
No, I didn't call her a liar. However, Shigusa-san was... Well, I'm ashamed to reveal this embarrassing bit of information about a member of ours, but she was a drug addict. Side effects of her habit would include experiencing delusions and becoming convinced that they were real, all within the realm of possibility, no? Since the crucial witness Shigusa-san is now deceased, who's able to verify that truth of yours now, What do you have to say to that, Takashiro-san?
I knew it. The reason why he's acting so carefree right now is because he thinks he's untouchable. Are you going to play innocent with me to the bitter end?
Perhaps.
He chuckles, the laugh emanating from deep within his throat.
Let's Done Project.